Hello and welcome back. Today we are going to introduce a new concept or a new package in React that, to be honest, a lot of the projects that you're going to be building are going to be using. So this is quite standard, which is called React Router DOM. Let me full screen my face so there we go, so I can tell you more. So what is React Router DOM? Well, it's a package that we installed, and what React Router DOM allows us to do is to render components based on where we are in the URL. So again, typically what you would do, I cannot speak English today, what you would do is in a normal website, just using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, when you click on another page, so you go to about.html, well, you load up a new HTML page. When you go to home, you load up index.html. Well, in React, we don't do that because we do everything dynamically in JavaScript. So what React Router DOM allows you to do is to literally render the component based on the URL that we are on. So if we are on work, okay, it's going to render out the work component or whatever we want it to do. Now, the cool thing about this is that only that specific part of our page is going to re-render, and it's going to give us a awesome feeling like it's an app, right? Because when you load up an index.html or an about.html, typically, normally, the whole page refreshes. Well, in React, it's not going to, which is awesome. So let's head back into our code here and check it out. So again, we installed this. It's called React Router DOM. This is the package. We can close up everything here. So how do we do it? What do we do? Well, the first thing that you need to do is to wrap your whole project inside the React Router DOM. So how do you do that? Well, we can do it here, but what I like to do is do it here in the index.js file right here. Okay, so we wrap our whole project here with something from React Router DOM. So just follow along with me. We can go here and just say import, add curly brackets and say browser router from React Router DOM. Okay, so this basically gives us the ability to do routing. Okay, so we're gonna take this app and just wrap it around this browser router. You can actually wrap it with this as well if you want, so you can bring it up one level, but we're just gonna do it like this. Okay, so perfect. So this is step number one. We can close this up. We can go back here to our app, and now here what we can do is, well, let's start up our project actually, npm start. There we go, bring it here. Well, what we actually need to do is create these two other pages because we don't have them right now. So let me just check real quick here. Okay, we can close up those messages, they don't matter. What we can do is go here to the pages and just create two simple pages. So let's go here, create a new file called contactus.js, like that. And we're gonna do another one called, new, called our work.js. Okay, so they basically represent this, our work, and contact us. These are the pages that we have. Okay, now here we're just gonna do something super simple. So in our work, we can say import React from React. Okay, then const contact our work is equal to an arrow function, return, and here we're just gonna return a div with a h1 of contact, our work. Oh damn. There we go. And at the end, we can export it. Export default our work. Okay, so this is one. Now we can do the other one. I'm just gonna copy everything over from here and bring it here to the contact us, like that. Paste it here, change this to contact us, contact, and contact us. Okay, so we have these two. They're empty. It doesn't really matter right now. Let's just close them up and bring them in here into our app. Import contact us from /pages/contact us, and we can do the other one, import what is this called? Our work from dot slash pages slash our work. Okay, so now we can bring them down here. Contact us. And actually, let's do our work above here. Our work. Okay, so again, the problem here is that when we add them to the app component here, it's basically going to render everything out that it sees here, right? So if we take a look here, if we scroll down, as you can see, it's going to render out our work, and I think that's blocking me with the face. Yeah, that's blocking. So let me just move it here. Okay, as you can see, it renders out everything. So our work and our contact as well. However, I don't want that. I want, when we're on the page here, like this, dot slash, to render out this component. When I go to our work, only render out our work component. And when I go to contact, render out only contact. So how can we do this with React Router? Well, again, the first step that I just showed you is we wrap everything around Browser Router, our whole app, and then we go here where we have our components like this, and we import two additional things from router. We can say import from React Router DOM. We can import a switch and a route. Okay, so what are these two things? Well, let me just show you. So what I'm gonna do is just go down here below the nav, and I'm gonna create a route component. Like that. And I'm gonna add the about us in here, like that. Okay, and now on this route, we can define a few properties. First one is going to be path. And this basically tells you when do you want to render out this component based on what the URL is going to be. So in this case, I want it to be slash, right? So every time we go to slash or nothing, I want to render out this about page. Okay, now we can create another one. So route, it's quite simple. It's nothing really complicated. Route, like that. Now we can add our work here. And when do I want this to be rendered out? Well, when the path is gonna be work. Okay, so when we go here and we say slash work, that's when I want it to render out. Okay. And finally, here with the contact us, I'm gonna create another one, route, and paste it down here. This is gonna have a path equal to contact. That's it. Okay, so refresh. Now, if we go here to the URL and we say work, it's not gonna really work the way we thought it's gonna work. As you can see, our about is still gonna be rendered out, and down here, the work is gonna be rendered out as well. However, the contact is not gonna be rendered out anymore. So what's happening here? Well, the thing is that React Router is going to render everything out, but like the URL doesn't have to be exact. Okay, and what I mean by that is when it detects a slash, it's going to render out the about us. Okay, it doesn't have to be exactly just slash. Okay, so basically it goes here and says, oh, a slash, I should render out the about us, and then it goes to the next one. Okay, slash work. So I should render out work as well. It doesn't render out contact because we don't have anything contact related here, but it does render out the about. Okay, so hope that's clear. So again, React Router doesn't give you an exact like route here. Like again, if it's only slash, it's gonna say, okay, well that matches. And if it's slash work, well that matches as well. So it's gonna render out both. Okay. What does a switch component do? Because that's the two things that we imported. A switch component literally stops as soon as it matches the first URL or the first path. So if it matches the slash, it's not gonna go to the other ones anymore. It's not gonna go to work or it's not gonna go to contact. So as soon as it detects the first one, it's gonna stop, it's gonna render out that component, and it's gonna ignore everything else. So let's just drop everything here in a switch component. switch, and basically you grab the switch and you wrap it around all your routes. That's how it works. Okay, so switch and you have all your routes. Okay, let's see what's happening now. So if we go to /work again, as you can see, about still rendered out. However, down here, I need to move this away. Now we don't have any work anymore. And again, why? Because switch stops as soon as it finds the first match. In this case, the first match was /. So again, it stopped straight away. Now, where's my code? So we went in here. We have the URL as /work. We arrived here at the first one, which is /only, and it stopped because it detected that it has a slash, and boom, it didn't render out work and contact anymore. Okay, but this is a problem right now, right? Because wouldn't it be nice to kind of define a way that, hey, make sure you only render this out if the URL is exactly just a slash or nothing else. And we can do that. That's the second prop that we have here. And we can say exact. Okay, so make sure it's exactly the home page. Otherwise, you know, don't do that anymore. So, okay, now take a look. We go to home here and everything is perfectly fine. Now, if we go to work, it only renders out the work component. There we go. There it is, work. Fantastic. So now we can go to contact and same thing. Okay? So I hope that's clear. So again, just to recap, by default, React Router, I keep clicking on multiple things. React Router, here, the way it detects the path is it just looks at whatever is there. So if it has a slash, if it contains a slash, it's going to render that out. And if it contains multiple things, well, then you have to add an exact prop here. Okay, and a switch basically stops as soon as the first thing matches, so it doesn't go to the next ones. Okay, so hope that's clear. Let's see if we should cover something else. Yeah, we're gonna style everything up in just a bit. Oh, you know what we can do is we can click on these and switch out the component before I go. So let's do that. So the way React Router DOM works is not using the A tag with href. It has a special built thing or component, I should say, that we have to import from it. So if we go to, where do we go? To the nav, because this is where we have our A tags, right? So as you can see, if we press F12 here again, F12, what am I talking about? Control tilde to open up the terminal, it's gonna say, hey, href is no bueno, stop doing that. We don't like hrefs. So we're gonna get rid of this and we're gonna import something specific from React Router. So we're gonna say import and we're gonna say link. So make sure you add your curly brackets because we're importing something specific from React Router DOM. So React Router DOM. There we go. Okay, so super simple, super easy thing to do. You just take your A tags and you switch them up to a link like that. And rather than doing href, what you do is you say to, and that's it. Like that's the whole thing. Super easy, super simple. So let's go here to all the A tags and replace them here, here, and here, and here. And now we can just copy the 2 over from here to here, here to here, and here to here. So this is gonna be slash, this one's gonna be work, and this one is gonna be contact, just like that. So let's give this a shot. Go here back to the browser, click on About Us. There we go. We're rendering dynamically this component right here. Our work, there we go. It's rendering that out, and contact is going to render that out as well. And we also added it to the logo. So the logo is going to bring us back to the home page. And take a look. We don't have any refreshes. Our nav bar always stays here intact, which is really cool. So this never changes here. We're not refreshing it. Only this specific component is going to be swapped out. So that's really cool. Okay, so that's it. Again, nothing too complicated, but it's a very cool thing. Okay, I'll see you in the next one.